And we're back. Hey kids, welcome to a special Saturday edition of Awesome Stuff Badly with me, Uncle Dr. Ernie. Um, I'm a little sad today. I realize I did not do a great job yesterday. I didn't get a lot done, but more than that, I didn't really fulfill my deeper goal of trying to really be emotionally present with the people in my lives. I mean, launching a startup, building an app, it's hard work, but the hardest work of all is really building genuine human relationships with people. And the hardest challenge for me is really being emotionally present with the people I care most about. And I got to admit, yesterday I was really worried about all the work I had to do, all I wanted to get done, and I didn't really do a good job of being emotionally present with my parents, with my wife, with my kids. I was trying to hurry things up so I could get back to work. And, the result was I actually didn't get a lot done. I was so focused on trying to get stuff done that it kind of backfired. And so today, I took the morning off, just spent time with the wife and kids. And my wife graciously let me have a few hours to work on this while my son's at a play date. But I really want to try and keep my priorities straight and my attitude correct. The only way this is going to happen is if we get a whole series of miracles. We've been averaging 2 a day, which is pretty good, and I think we can survive 1 miracle a day. But if we run out of miracles, this is not going to happen. So one of the reasons I'm doing this whole thing as a podcast is to force me to think through what I'm doing and communicate clearly what I'm doing and get into a good rhythm of how I think through things. So I'm just going to start this podcast and maybe my other podcast sessions with prayer, because that's how I want to start my day, by focusing on the God that I believe created the universe and give me the opportunity to do this startup at all, and who the one I'm relying on for miracles to make this all happen. So if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to pray a bit and then we'll get started. Dear God, thank you that you love me. Thank you that even when I screw up, it's not my intelligence or my competence or even my character, but the fact that I'm your child that's the center of everything I do. I thank you that you love me. Lord, I believe that you have created the Swan Factory for this purpose, to help bring valuable skills and positive experiences into the lives of kids of all ages. You've given me an amazing team through miraculous circumstances, even though I'm hardly able to pay anyone. And I'm just going to trust you that if I follow you and attempt to make you happy, that you'll make it all work out in an awesome way. And I thank you that you are patient with me as I try to do awesome stuff badly. I pray we'd have a good session, get some work done, and do some useful things. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. And we're back! Welcome to the next episode of Awesome Stuff Badly with me, Uncle Dr. Ernie. We are going to dive into interactivity. So let's get right into it. Last we left, I was messing around with SVG and drawings and all sorts of things like that, and mostly getting pretty confused. So let's just take a step back and look at our website. Web/index.html. Bada bing, bada bang, boom. Yeah, we got our little manually drawn turtle here and our little path drawn turtle there, looking kind of strange. I really want to make that into a head so it looks more like a directionally facing turtle. Is that okay if we do that? Let me just take 5 minutes, check the timer there, and see if I can stick to that. And what I want to do is go into my Draw Turtle Path version here. And I want to get rid of my stroke there because that makes us look kind of disjointed. That's a little more turtle-y like that. And let's see if I can somehow draw a little head on that turtle. So this is really a draw ellipse, isn't it? And because of that, I can just make it this, right? Shouldn't that all just work? Let's try it and see what happens. This should be saved automatically. Yep, and yep, no change, drops the lines. Sweet. Let's commit that. Now let's see if I can just drop that a little further on and make it a head. Wouldn't that be something? So we want to draw it so we have 4 legs. We have we want to next a tiny little head. And then we want that to be farther along there. And let's just try it. I have no idea what that's supposed to do. Let's just try and see what happens. Okay, it's a little too far out there and a little way too flat. So what happens if we do that and this? What? Oh, we want to do it. Yeah. We already start that up there, right? It's way too big. It's still pretty far out. Why is that the case? Do we not loop all the way back? See where we are from a 0, 0 point. And closer, closer, good. And then let's make it, let's try the 3 halves there. That is just some weird syntax coloring. That's not round enough. If we look at that, then it's not too bad, but maybe we'll do minus width, maybe? It's way too big of a head. He needs a stroke. That's the tricky part, is either they're all stroked or nothing stroked, right? That's the shell there, which is the last. Whoa, freaky. Way too much alpha for some reason. Okay, let's forget the stroke. What happened there? Oh, right, of course we changed the order. It's kind of what I want, but not exactly. Right, that was better. So that's actually roughly what I wanted. The best I can do with this kind of a pathing. So a little smaller. Not too much time. That's pretty much our 5 minutes, although we're making decent progress. Oh, it looks like a bug. And that's all I have time for, so let's just call it like that. We're a pathy turtle, and we will get rid of our chunky turtle so that we're clear what's going on here. It does get rid of a whole bunch of lines of code, which is kind of nice. And there we are. Okay, awesome. What is our status here? No, we are not in Pruva. Let's move all of our little test controls. Check out master, git merge paths, and push that up there in case anyone wants to play around with it. And let's stop with that. Okay, this is our chart here, and keeping with our philosophy that I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to pick on the hardest things to do first. Take responsibility for what matters most and tackle the hardest parts first, right? This is from the Swanifesto, which I may talk about sometime later. Take a brief breath, and let's figure out what's the most important thing to do next. Let's see what our branches are. Branch-d paths. ASB Pruva, which was a dead end. Interact, which we never actually did anything with. What does on interact with? Oh, what is this? What is in the interact branch? My git foo is failing me. So there's something funky in the interact branch. I don't know what it is. Better not to mess with it right now. So git checkout -b controls. So we're going to start playing with some controls, kids, and make this into a real interactive web app. Won't that be amazing? If it works. So let's give me a little room to play with so it's easier for me to see on the screen. Let's go to our config file, which is config.coffee. And let's just make the size 480 and 6 cells. And that's nice, so I can see a little bit more on the side. And let's make this real simple to start with. We need to draw a turtle and make it move. So let's start with the data. Remember the document. This is document-driven development, kids. That's the mantra. Document-driven programming. Just invented the words. Can't remember it just yet. Shrink the world. And we have all this grid path business, which is probably a distraction, but I'm going to leave it there. Now what we want is For the little turtle guy there, we want to have what? It is a turtle, and what do we need? We need I1, J, comma 2. Fill should get from here. Actually, I didn't need draw grid. Sorry about that. In an ideal world, I would have a transform that's at the actual size of the turtle, and this would all be some generic normalized graphic, which wouldn't be that hard. It would be a distraction, so let's not go there. And what we want is moving the draw turtle out from drawing the grid into here. That would be nice. Can I do that? Let's see why not. Just have to get the parameters right. What I want to do is have something like draw grid and then draw turtle. Then I'm going to throw around the grid size and grid split all the time. Does actually this even care about the grid size and grid split? If we just had cell size, would that even work? Probably didn't like that. Why does it not like that? Oh. Try grid. That's why. Yes, we do care about the grid size. Okay, not the most elegant code, but should be enough to get us up and running. Yes, okay. Now what we're going to want to do is create a draw turtle, right? So that factor cell size. I know this is all just cleanup before we get to the interactivity. That might be as far as we get in this session, but that's fine. We're just taking it one step at a time, enjoying life, having a meaningful experience, and leaving the results up to God. So, breathe in, breathe out. Let's go ahead and create, say, draw turtle. And it should look a lot like our draw grid. cell size, and then it will know. It needs to know the world. Let's just start getting this part right. So I need to transform that, but not today. Cell size, offsets. Yes, these are all there. These are all draw turtle path. I really want to be able to calculate derived properties from pre-existing variables. Let's see how far I get here. Right, we'll start with this. Draw the turtle path. Hasn't crashed anything yet. Still renders. Where are we now? Keep diff. What was that? Okay. Commit-am. That's all there is to that. And then we want to actually be able to acquire it from here. That's so far so good. And then we have draw turtle cell size. And carrying us these cell size around is getting really tedious. What I really want to do is normalize it so that everything is happening in one cell units. Don't have to carry around that cell size everywhere. First, let's get this thing even drawing though. What we want to do is call the new draw turtle sort of. Let's just keep them both in there for now. Cell size, right. Wait, can't be right. How's draw turtle path supposed to work? Oh, because this is captured on the closure there, right? This is not the issue. This is the issue. And draw turtle is taking SVG. Yes. Yes. And those are just pure functions that just take the parameters. They don't close anything. Let's call them dumb functions. No, they are not dumb. They're inert. They're stateless except for their behavior. Well, I guess they are pure functions. Purely functional. And I have draw path, which captures SVG and cell size. We don't really need it there then, do we? This should be SVG. Okay, so haven't broken anything yet. Probably broke something here. Let's figure out where draw turtle is. Oh, it's working. Nice. Turtle from module. And then let's remove the old turtle. Draw grid is really only drawing grid. Let's make this a little more consistent. Wish I had unit tests so I knew that I wasn't breaking anything, but so far we seem to be lucky. We are not lucky. Let's put SVG. Funny man. Okay. Good version of turtle. And in the 2 minutes we have left, let's just check and see what happens if we can't actually set up a transform. Let's just see what happens. This is my high-level drawing. I just time's up, and I did not successfully do the transformation, so I'm not going to push my luck. So make sure that this version works here. Any kind of changes? Yep, that's all there is for today. So, I got a little bit done, and what I did worked. That's a positive step forward. I'm more at peace with myself. I'm taking care of my family. I'm not stressed. And that's probably the best investment I can make in the future. Hopefully, we'll keep up the attitude and still get a lot done. When I see you next time, goodbye.